Hey y'all, what's up? JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back to the channel, honey. Welcome back. Shout out to the patrons, okay? Because you guys are getting access to this video early, so I got to make sure I shout out you guys. If you want to become a patron, definitely come on over to patreon.com/JamiThatsMe, okay? But I want to go ahead and get into another, this is messy, but more so, am I the asshole? Let's be honest here, okay? Not really sure what it's all about. I definitely have the headline title, so we're going to get into what the story is based on the title of the thread, okay? So this one says, am I the asshole for giving my stepdad a sign that says you are not the father during Christmas dinner? Now, just from reading that question right out the gate, it is kind of giving, girl, you might be the asshole because it's giving messy. Okay, now you ain't have to do that at the Christmas dinner. All right, but we're going to get into the story to see what really went on. Okay, so let's get into it. My mom and stepdad have been together since I was 5, married since I was 6, and I'm now 20. Okay, well, I mean, maybe he is like a dad. Girl, he been there for a very long periodical time, like 15 years of your life. But let's keep going. My dad died when I was 5. I'm sorry, y'all. I have to take a second here because your mama and your stepdad had been together since you was 5 and your daddy died at 5. How long was your mother grieving? You know what I'm saying? I'm just wondering, maybe they weren't even together. How about that? Maybe they weren't together. Some things happened and the dad probably passed away when the parents weren't together at 5. And then she met, him. Because girl was giving a little sketch like, girl, was your parents married? Or something like that. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, let's keep going. She says, he and my mom were separated but not divorced when he passed away. See, girl, I be saying this stuff, okay? I be already saying this before I get to the next sentence. I swear I don't be reading this stuff ahead of time, y'all. All right? So he and my mom were separated but not divorced when he passed away. And mom started dating my stepdad a few weeks later. Girl, not a few weeks after the film, I guess, girl. Not a few weeks after the film. I mean, I guess that would make sense. I mean, she was already separated. She was going to leave him anyway, right? Okay, I hope she ain't leave that man and separate from him because of an illness or something. But let's keep going. That ain't what this about. I met him about 5 months after my dad died. And he moved in with us after a year. And they married 14 months after that. My mom really wanted me to have a dad, in quotes. This is what she put, in quotes, have a dad. And found my stepdad a good partner, or found my stepdad to be a good partner and someone who could be a good dad to me. Only I never wanted another dad. So I always called him by his first name and referred to him as my stepdad. I don't blame her on that, or him or her. I'm sure they felt very uncomfortable with that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a little awkward. You going to be staying if that's your name. And I'll refer to you as my stepdad because I lost something that I'll never, ever be able to get back. And they'll always have a piece of me. And that's my daddy, period. Ain't nobody replacing him. What it is. So I understand where she's coming from, okay? She says, so I always called him by his first name and referred to him as my stepdad. He and I have butted heads over this a lot. Oh, butted heads over this a lot. He thinks I should be his daddy's little girl. I think it's crazy that he feels I owe him that and owed him from the start. Whoa. Now, where is all of this old coming from? What is that about? Woo. It annoys me how often he likes to bring up that my dad's dead. No, he don't. No, he don't. Like to bring up the fact that your daddy dead. Don't be reminding me of that. Who do you think you are? Okay, and the fact that I hardly remember him because a lot of my memories faded with time. And when I was 7, my grandpa died, who raised my dad after my grandma died when dad was a baby. So I lost all contact with that side. That is so horrible. I hate that for her. She has literally no connection on that side unless one of those family members probably reach out or something. That's sad. It annoys me how often he likes to bring up my dad's dead and the fact that I hardly remember him because a lot of my memories faded with time. And when I was 7, just 2 years later, my grandpa died, who raised my dad after my grandma died when dad was a baby. So so the dad never had his mom because she died when he was a baby. That is so sad. So he went on to be raised by his daddy Then he passed before his dad, and then 2 years later. That's sad. Daddy had a tough life. Granddad had a tough life, is what I mean. So I lost all contact with that side. She says, the older I get, the worse it gets. And even with 3 boys, he's still focused on me being his little girl. I have told him that I appreciate him, but I won't ever call him dad. I spent a lot of time with my mom's parents as a kid and have a bedroom at their house. We had Christmas at their house this year, and all morning my stepdad was bringing up these stories of adult stepkids asking step-parents to adopt them, and on, and told me I would be asking him soon enough after all these years. Now, I kind of feel bad for the man because he really does want that relationship with her, because obviously he's never had a daughter is what it's giving. So he really wants to be that and mean something to her, because he probably has sacrificed things that she may not know about so that she can have certain things in her life, right? So I kind of feel bad for that dad. But what you're not going to do is keep bringing up the fact that my daddy done passed away, just so it'll make me more inclined to see you as the father for me. Like, nah, you're not replacing him like that. So that's what the stepdad messing up. But I kind of feel a teeny bit bad for him. But let's see, let's keep going. All right. She says he found this article on Facebook about a woman asking her stepmom to adopt her, where she talked about it being insulting to call her stepmom because she was always a mom to her. He said that he said that was him with me, how I only ever had him as a dad, etc. It got on my nerves. I told him to stop. Okay, let me start over. He found this article on Facebook about a woman asking her stepmom to adopt her, where she talked about it being insulting to call her stepmom because she was always a mom to her. He said that was him with me, how I only ever had him as a dad, etc. It got on my nerves. I told him to stop. So did Grandma, who told him nobody wanted to hear about that on Christmas, but he would not let up. So I went up to my room at my grandparents', grabbed some old art supplies I still had up in there, and made a sign that said, Jason, which is her stepdad's name, you are not the father of Gracie, which is her. Think the Maury show. She says, think the Maury show and how that was like a meme for a while. She says, when dinner was ready, I brought down the sign and gave it to him and told him whenever he needs to remember, he can look at it and adjust his expectations. Baby, what? He can look at it and adjust his expectations. Woo. She says he was pissed. I bet he was. My grandparents and half brothers laughed. The oldest of my brothers actually said his dad needed something like that because he never seemed to understand. He never seemed to understand it. My mom tried to calm him down, but he told me I was an ungrateful and disrespectful little girl who would be sad when he finally gives up on caring about me. I told him I never asked him to be a dick to me, but to accept I will never call him dad and will never allow him to adopt me. I told him we could be close if he just accept I don't see him as my dad. Okay, my mom wants me to apologize, but my grandparents think he should apologize for always pushing it. Girl, I don't know, it's giving both of y'all the asshole. It's giving both of y'all the asshole for me. I feel like he do be pushing it a bit. You don't have to keep reminding somebody, and you damn sure don't have to bring up the parent that's passed away all the time to make yourself feel better or feel like you're in a number one position or something. Like, you don't got to do all of that. But at the same time, girl, why would you take yourself away from that good Christmas dinner to go upstairs, pull out some old ass art, supplies and everything, and draw up a damn sign to bring down there? You definitely did that to try and humiliate that man more than what he already feeling. So I kind of feel like both of y'all was the asshole. Why is he discussing that and bringing that up? And you just being young. You are a young asshole. Yeah, you just being a young asshole that you wanted to bring that down there and kind of embarrass that man like that. Like, all he ever wanted was somebody who cares. I don't know why that song about. Anyway, girl, that song's in my head. But all he ever wanted was somebody that cared. He wanted you to care about him more. Like, because he ain't got no daughter is what it's giving. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say about this. I just think they both assholes. Why y'all doing this at Christmas time? Why he bringing this up? I mean, of course, I'm thinking she too young to understand, because usually a person that brings something up over and over is something that's been bothering them. It's something that is either bothering them and has been bothering them for a while, or it's something that's very important to them a lot. And she's just too young to understand. But I think when she gets older, she's going to see it. But from what I'm understanding, she's only 20 years old. So she's acting like a young kid. She may not see the full picture or whatever. But I also think that he shouldn't push it. And it also makes me wonder, has he acted in a behavior that maybe made her feel like you'll never be my dad? Maybe. Or maybe she still feels a way about her dad passing away and not being able to grow up with her dad, whereas her siblings were able to grow up with him. So maybe there's a bit of resentment, and her mom trying to hurry up and replace her dad with somebody else, and her mom kind of pushing him on to her. So I feel like it's a lot of unresolved issues going on with this young lady, which resulted in her being an asshole on that day. You know what I'm saying? So y'all let me know y'all thoughts and comments about all of this, honey. That's all that I have at this moment. I'm Jamie. That's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JamiThatsMe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.